I'm back once again. Today we are playing EDF 5 again. We're continuing right where we left off. Wait, hold on. Let me just put on some lighting. Okay, I'm back. Hello. So, today we're gonna be playing some EDF 5, continuing right where we left off, with Fencer. So we are just gonna be doing hardest difficulty, just going through all these missions. So, while we play, of course, I'm just gonna tell a couple stories. You know, I don't know if this happened or not, but I think I might have streamed the entirety of last stream completely muted. But I couldn't really tell.
Exterminate them.
Mainly because half the time
Leave the large flying saucers to the Air Force.
like when I opened up OBS before stream, I had just only realized now that apparently my mic setting was muted. So that's what leads me to think that, well, I might have been muted last stream as well. Also, I got a new mouse as well, so might take a bit of time to get used to it. I think I got the settings tuned up, similar to my old mouse, so it shouldn't take too long to get used to. But anyways, I think I'm pretty sure I completely forgot to unmute myself for whatever reason. Oh wait, no, this is new. Gold ants. Oh, the guy like the rest, so shouldn't have to worry too much.
A troop of large flying saucers is about to fly over this area.
But
Exterminate the
anyways,
monsters being deployed.
with that out of the way, let me tell you guys about me. I think I ate a lot more instant than I did in a week, this week, than I have the rest of the... Yeah, I can't speak. I haven't eaten instant noodles for a while, let's just say, and that's pretty much the only thing I ate
The Air Force will shoot down the
throughout
flying
the
saucers.
week, honestly.
They will start the attack soon.
But it was very tasty. I got my hands on Sapporo Ichiban's original flavor
The
of
Air
instant
Force is
noodles.
attacking. All infantry, back off.
That shit is addicting as hell.
Soldiers are respected.
The portion size is pretty decent. It was also cheap. It was like around like $1 per pack when I bought like a 5-pack.
Commencing air raids.
Back off!
So that was really nice.
In the air raid.
Hell no! I don't want to die by friendly fire!
Honestly, out of all the instant noodles, I think that's like
This
my
is
most
Skyman.
preferred one that I
Commence
would
attack.
take, that I have up at my apartment.
Transferring to the logistics division tomorrow.
Anyways, aside from that, I also hit up Stater Brothers
Too
again.
late, too late.
If I remember correctly, I didn't really buy too much
You
there.
think you can beat us with those weapons?
Mostly just a couple supplies, some cookies, and
About myself
yeah.
making big money.
I forgot the
Try
last thing I
dodging
bought.
that!
I mainly remember I bought some knockoff Nutter Butter cookies. If you've ever had Nutter Butter. But they were dirt cheap at like $2.50 a pack for like one of those giant packs. Yeah, really worth. I've been addicted to
Our
those.
attacks were ineffective.
Oh, now I remember. I specifically remember I also bought Chef
Didn't dodge
Boyardee
because there's no need.
because why not? That was like dinner for that night. It was like $1.50 a can.
Let's get serious.
That's cool. Large flying saucers are dropping monsters.
Dropping monsters. What? 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 We must
So
stop
definitely
the
were.
monsters here. Don't let them enter the city.
I'm wondering, can I actually shoot down these ships? Or are they invincible? Seems like they are invincible. Oh well.
This is a war situation report. Although the EDF caused tremendous
Aside from
damage to
that,
the aliens, the battle is still
I remember I
continuing.
bought something else.
We have the upper hand. Please do
Now I
not
don't remember
be
what
influenced
exactly
by
I
rumors.
bought,
Stay
but I
calm
remember
and
buying
don't
something
panic.
else
There will be evacuation
because I think I
alarms in
paid like
areas where
13
evacuation is
bucks on that
required.
trip.
In order to act rapidly in case of evacuation,
So something.
please start preparing
Oh,
the basic
I remember now.
necessities
Corn
and be
dogs.
ready.
That was another thing I basically just ate all week. My diet was not very good, but the corn dogs certainly were. I think I paid like around $9 for 16
A large
frozen
troop
corn
of flying
dogs.
saucers is coming from above. Beware.
I probably could have gotten a better deal at Costco, but well, I don't have any way of getting to Costco. I buy everything at Costco while I'm at home. I do have a
The Air Force is about to
transportation.
strike. Back off.
You good?
Our targets are huge. You can't miss.
Fire!
So there's an enemy over here. Oh shit. Anyways,
I can't fall asleep.
the corn dogs are very
It's
addicting.
not working at all.
I think they were like chicken. They were like chicken hot dogs with
Yes.
corn dog batter honey flavored with
Is there
honey.
nothing we can do about those aliens?
But pretty much just ate instant noodles and corn dogs all week.
If we can't
Very much not a
retaliate,
healthy
we're
diet.
just sitting ducks.
But they were delicious.
We can't find a way to
I
penetrate
regret
the
it
golden armor.
sometimes,
Mankind is
but I
lost.
was on a budget.
I'll give you something good later.
I knew this was the case.
But I think when I did get the Chef Boyardee's, well, I was still hungry afterwards. I wanted more food. I remember I had some instant mashed potatoes inside my pantry. Now, I personally haven't eaten instant mashed potatoes in a while, but hey, they were cheap when I bought them. I still have a shit ton of it. Oh, not like the thing was prepared, but just instant mashed potatoes in general, like packs of it. I still have like one pack left that has like 4 servings apparently, but usually I just eat like 2 servings of that stuff whenever I do eat it.
Guess we have to put our lives at risk for this one.
Anyway, where was I? What I did was after I heated up Chef Boyardee inside of a small sauce, like a small little pot, I watered down. I like extracted the ravioli, watered down the remaining tomato sauce, then just use that to make the instant mashed potatoes. Honestly, I would recommend it. It is rather tasty. Oh shit.
The visitors from outer space have been dubbed primers by EDF.
Ooh.
Since we are at war, negotiation
It had
attempts have ended.
it tasted
The EDF has been
sweeter than normal
criticized for its
instant
lack
mashed
of
potatoes,
effort
and
in
definitely
keeping the door
helped
to dialogue with the visitors
break
open.
up like the sameness
It may
of the
not be
flavor.
best policy to give up
Would
on
definitely
peace talks at the
recommend.
initial stage. Shouldn't we continue to seek dialogue with the primers?
But honestly, I don't. Actually, I was very tempted to make instant mashed potatoes using like any leftover broth I had from
Attention,
making instant
everyone.
noodles. But I'm pretty
This
sure the
is the
amount of
Chief
sodium in that
Commander.
would just kill me.
About 10 days ago, we found that countless
So, I
unidentified
think I might
flying
avoid
objects
that.
had appeared in the Earth's orbit without any warning. These flying objects all
nonetheless,
flew
it was
to Earth
definitely
at the same
tasty, and I
time and
might do
started
it
dropping
again.
monsters.
If I get
Their
more Chef
targets were all
Boyardee, you know.
major cities around the world and Air Force bases. We must rise and fight for our survival.
And honestly, I'm still trying. As for the corn dogs, I think I'm still trying to perfect the heating time for them. I think like I heat them for around like 9-ish minutes right now. Like at first I heated them for like 7, but they got like too cold still. Like the interior was cold. So I heated up for longer. I think I'm at like 9 or 11 minutes right now, and it's around the right heat.
We have to take it back from those aliens.
So yeah.
Keep an eye out. Got it.
Aside from that, I should probably stop procrastinating on my work. I think yesterday I panicked a bit when I had to. I think I had like a couple hours to do an assignment that was like due the next period, but I couldn't really do it before because, well, I didn't have access to some of the material, so I had to email, I think, one of my TAs to get the material, to get access to some of it. For some reason, my account just isn't allowed to get access to it, and we don't know why. So the TA just directly emailed me some of the materials that I needed, so I was able to do the assignment. But another reason why I couldn't really do the assignment was that, what was it? I did not have paper, yes. I had to buy some more paper at one of the, I think, at the campus bookstore.
Try to take out the monsters and protect the citizens!
Flying saucers everywhere.
Yeah! Of all the enemies gathered here?
But, honestly, paper was pretty cheap.
It's the alien army.
What wasn't as cheap, though, was the mouse that I bought. But I honestly could not resist, because after doing some research, apparently, okay, so, quick rant about the stats of my mouse, and like the status of my old mouse. So my old mouse I've had for a couple years now, and it's like been getting old. It's definitely showing age. And one unique trait, if you can call it that, is that for some reason it really likes to double click randomly. Like I just click once, and then for some reason it input the click twice, and I have no idea why. That's been happening for like the last couple months, and it's been quite annoying because, like, while it isn't common, it is very random. And that randomness is very annoying to deal with. I feel like I'm definitely causing a lot of the friendly fire damage on our team.
The Air Force is preparing a new type of aircraft now.
A new type? Does that mean there's a way to destroy the teleportation ships?
Oh god, the fucking my Gundam brain rot is kicking in.
How long will it take?
When I just heard that new type, I'm like, oh, Gundam.
So that means it'll be to our disadvantage for the next 2 months.
Does it have Psycho Frame?
All we can do now is defeat the monsters and prevent more damage.
I think my brain rot is getting worse. I don't know if I should feel happy or concerned.
The monsters are outside! Do something!
Let's do it.
Let's go with it.
Where the hell are they dropping? Oh, here they are.
It's about time.
Let me estimate this.
They're dropping monsters again! There's no end to this. If we don't come up with something fast, it'll become a monster carnival!
Oh shit.
It's impossible to kill them all.
Watch me.
I don't think we can hold them off long enough for the Air Force to destroy the flying saucers!
Honestly, all these guys are just skill issue by
Is the whole world like this now?
Honestly, the most annoying part about these fighters is that their threads slow you down whenever they hit you. Like, they kind of stun lock you in a way. It is really annoying to move and shoot.
Monsters! Monsters are running in the street!
But if they were to come after me, then I can fight them much more easily. Anyways,
Incoming large flying saucers!
hey, where was I? Oh yeah, my mouse, right?
This equipment is best for fighting monsters.
So, my mouse is showing age,
At this rate,
and I wanted to get a new one for like a while, but, you know,
About time.
honestly, like, I don't want to spend money on a cheap office mouse. No. That'd be too simple. I spent like around
far more
30-40 bucks on my old
At
mouse.
this rate, it's only a matter of time.
But that thing was
till our
really,
society
really good. It was like a
collapses.
Corsair Harpoon RGB Pro.
Responding. Let's do this.
Something is out there.
It was amazing for the price, honestly.
Someone just saw monsters!
Decent amount of customization options. Honestly, could care less about the RGB. I just mainly care about the performance of that thing on a budget. But nonetheless, it was nice.
Monsters are coming!
It was very responsive, honestly, and had a lot of DPI customization, especially with the software, which was, again, very nice. So,
This is a war situation
when that thing started
report.
breaking down, you know,
Looking at the big picture, we have the upper hand.
I was kind of sad,
Although aliens
because,
keep dropping
again, it was a
monsters,
very, very
the
nice
EDF
mouse.
has exterminated more than half of them, suppressing the threat from the enemy successfully. Furthermore, the EDF has announced the development of a new weapon, which will be able to turn
Holy
the tides
shit.
of war.
There's so many
The
threads.
new weapon will be completed in 2 months, and will be deployed in all areas in 4 months. It will be able to destroy large flying saucers, so it will give us a chance to defeat the alien armada.
I don't think we have the time for that. Oh shit! This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. Holy shit! I should have just kept on backing up. Come on, push, push, push. Okay. Well, anyways, where was I? So that mouse was breaking down. I wanted to get a new one for a while, but, you know, I was kind of reluctant to drop another, like, 30 bucks. Well, the whole thing about me is that, while I am reluctant to spend money whenever I have to pull out my card, for some reason, if it comes to physical cash, I feel a lot less stress when spending money, you know? It just so happened that, my campus bookstore was selling, mice as well. Now, here's the thing about the bookstore, especially on a college campus. Some of the shit they sell there is so overpriced. Like, so insanely overpriced. Like, for example, the headsets there, right? I can find the exact same model, and I have the exact same model of headset they were selling for about a third of the price. Well, I mean, well, here's the thing, though. The caveat is that, I got mine when it was, like, on sale online. But even then, base price is, like, half that price that they offer on campus. So, for context, my headset is a HyperX Cloud 2. Now, those things can usually go for around 80 to 100 bucks. Campus was selling it for $170.
Braver than anyone else. You know what to do, right?
So,
When the whole world
yeah,
turns into a battlefield.
don't buy them.
All we can do
Don't
is
buy
fight.
those things from campus. They also had a couple other wireless mice for around 30 to 40 bucks. Really not worth.
Soldiers have to be strong.
Especially the keyboards there on campus as well. Not worth around like 160 to 200 bucks. Holy shit, I can find it for way less than half that price. Oh, swear. Now, thing is, when it came to like gaming supplies, they called it. Pretty much their main thing, the main thing that they, what was it? The main brand that they had was HyperX. Now, personally, I do like HyperX's stuff, specifically their headsets. They are very comfortable, I have to say. And in fact, I think I bought myself a Core HyperX Core headset, mainly to like replace these ones since these are starting to fall apart. Ugh. But while the cores are technically a downgrade, I only need them for like the headset bit, which is pretty much identical to this headset bit.
Suits you,
because the main thing that makes the headsets expensive is the
like
DAC.
you mean business.
I trust you have my back.
This right here.
Hey, newbie! Does the army ration suit
With
your
a
palate?
7.1 surround and basically just allows you to use the DAC instead of your onboard sound card. That is what makes them expensive.
Because we put
But
all our
I
hopes on
think
the Air Force.
for the Cloud 2s, they also came with carrying bag and some extra replacement cuffs, which is nice, but I've never had to use the cuffs, and I only used the bag. And since like the main frame of this one is actually the thing falling apart, I decided to just get myself the core just to replace like the main body.
We won't be able to salvage the teleportation
I already
ships if
had
we
to
use
replace
nukes.
the sound card from the Cloud 2 as well, with like their separate DAC that they sell. But their DACs are pretty nice just because you get this really, really long cable. It is a USB DAC, but this is the cable from the DAC, not the headset. Oh shit. And it goes on. It is very long, which is why I like it. Personally, I've used the length just so that I can listen to things on my laptop while I'm just laying in bed, because my laptop is at a desk at the foot of my bed,
The war situation is getting
separated by a gap which I basically just filled with clothing.
EDF is developing a new type of aircraft,
Or
which
just,
will
like,
be able to
throwing random
destroy
boxes
the
and
enemy's
clothes there.
shield. The development will be completed soon.
So yeah.
Now that the attacks by the new types fail.
But anyways,
the only thing we can
back
do
to the
is
mouse.
keep killing
This mouse I got,
We've
new one,
lost 20%
is
of the total
the
population in the past 5
HyperX.
months. Soon the
believe
human
the
race will be
HyperX.
facing extinction.
20%.
Oh yeah, HyperX full fire haste.
Too bad.
Normally these things go for like 50, 60 bucks on HyperX's site. Okay, no, more like 50 specifically, but
Is there a chance of winning?
this one the campus did not decide to mark up for some reason. It was only $54. But what makes it extra special is that they actually offered a discount, which is why I immediately bought it. They decided to add the caveat of the thing being 50% off, taken off at register.
We have to retreat!
So I immediately bought it, just because, well, it's a good mouse. Especially for that price, that is a steal. Honestly, it's my first lightweight / honeycomb mouse, but I do really like the lightweight.
Mankind will lose. It worked. Who's your daddy?
I do need a bit of time to get used to it, but in general, I do like the lighter weight of the mouse. And it did come with a DPI preset that I was used to, which is 1,600 DPI, mainly just for browsing purposes. Of course, my settings in game are definitely affected by that, but they aren't incredibly high.
Amazing job.
I mean, they're probably high compared to
This
like
vital
other people's
information
settings,
will
but they
bring us
aren't like
closer to
insanely,
victory. I'm
insanely
sending
high.
it to the whole world now.
Honestly, I'm just trying to get used to the mouse. I probably need to lower my in-game sensitivity just so that, just because I feel like with this mouse, I'm definitely flicking a lot further, even though it's like a couple grams lighter than my old mouse.
Attention,
One thing I do like about this mouse, though, is that the cable is a lot lighter.
Still underway.
And it is a braided cable that is also like so much more flexible than the old one.
Our attack against the alien spaceship remains ineffective.
Like the flexibility of this cable is insane. I love it.
Always prevails, and until we can
gets so
launch a
fluffy with this
full-fledged
thing.
counter-strike,
It's like a shoestring, you know? It doesn't even feel like there's any wiring inside. That's how flexible it is, which is I love.
This is a tough war, but I expect all of us
Well, I
to
didn't
fight
expect.
bravely.
Okay, yeah, no, those other
Do
ships
not
earlier were
forget we have
definitely
defenseless
they definitely had
citizens
spawn
depending on us.
protection. Let's just
We are
say.
not only on the front line, we are also the last line.
If it only
of
took
defense.
one shot of my gun, then yeah.
Excellent skills. Impressive.
Anyways, I think they also sold a pulse fire core, which is just debatably worse based on the research I did. I mean, it was definitely a lot cheaper, but it was also just worse. I think it might have been a bit worse than the mouse I had, the Harpoon, no, Corsair Harpoon RGB Pro. While being roughly the same weight and being priced around the same price, at least on campus. But I think that one also had a 50% off deal, so it's gonna be I'd be paying like $20 for it. I mean, I'd rather pay the extra $5 just to get this one, which is also apparently more responsive. And it certainly feels that way. Okay, it probably I don't think it feels more responsive than my Harpoon, but I feel like based on the specs I've seen, people definitely said it feels a bit more responsive than it feels less responsive, I should say, than the Haste, which is why I got the Haste. Also, I wanted to try out a honeycomb mouse.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I will remember you.
You know, that kind of sounds like a threat the way that you said it.
Exterminate all monsters! Shoot the monster and murder. I'm shooting!
Anyways, or what?
I'm impressed! Too far! Draw them in! Yes, sir!
Anyways, what was I talking about? I can't remember. Oh well. New conversation topic. Well, this one is semi-related to the old
Keep
one.
up the good work.
I am planning on getting a new PC. So hopefully I can run games in higher quality, better. I can hopefully run games with better visual qualities, and also edit videos way better, and theoretically stream way better as well, because I'm also planning on getting a second monitor. So that is going to be a huge plus. I think I'm planning on getting a custom-built pre-build, mainly because I'm too lazy to build my own PC. I could definitely swap out parts if necessary, but I'm just very lazy when it comes to actually putting everything together. And my cable management is absolutely atrocious. Now, whenever I do go and get myself a PC or laptop, I tend to do a ton of research. Based on what I'm seeing, well, I am relatively confident in the quality of it.
Protect the civilians.
So that's nice.
Newbie, time to show your courage.
So hopefully, everything goes smoothly. If it does, then I should be all set. Especially for things like video editing.
Can't believe they're hiding down there.
It feels so nice to actually be able to run some games I couldn't before, honestly.
For a new recruit,
Especially
you handle yourself pretty good.
I do also plan on getting Armored Core 6 and streaming it once it comes out. So that will definitely help me, you know, actually be able to play and stream the game.
The evacuation isn't complete yet.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
If we don't exterminate the monsters immediately, there will be casualties.
And another plus, I believe the main build itself is sub 2K, with enough money left over to spend on some decent monitors, actually. Because I do already have extra mice I plan on using. Either I'm gonna get some new mouse, or I'm just gonna use this current one for my laptop, which you know, really nice mouse. I also already have some old keyboards that I plan on using. Now the keyboard came with my laptop years ago, but I've never really had to use it before. And now I guess it's a good time to use it. If I had extra money, I would probably get a really nice keyboard as well, but, well, since I am on a budget of around 2K, I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the money on monitors. So that's gonna be really nice once that happens. I honestly haven't gotten a PC in so long. I personally can't wait, but tomorrow I believe I'm going to Best Buy to see if they have any better deals. I'm just gonna compare their stats to the one that I've made and see if it is cheaper or not. If it is cheaper, then of course I'm going with that, but otherwise I think I'm gonna go with my custom build.
The debris of the teleportation ship has been recovered. Maybe we can learn how to destroy the golden armor.
Oh shit. Oh. Thank God no fall damage is applied. I have no idea how there's no fall damage, but it seems like everybody gets long fall boots, so that's fine.
We've received reports about 2 teleportation ships being shot down in New York and 3 in London. We're gradually seizing the initiative of the war.
Honestly, the main reason I'm getting a new PC is because of another story. Yesterday I spilled some water on this one and it absolutely shat itself. Like, this PC absolutely, this laptop of mine's just shat itself so hard when I spilled a bit of water on it, which is, you know, understandable. I think it blue screened multiple times. When I tried to reboot it, I had to go through BIOS and restart it several times after waiting for most of the water to dry. After I had to force shut it down due to it just constantly spamming open tabs on Opera. So, hopefully I'll never have to go through that again.
This is the Chief Commander.
I don't know why I'm so clumsy, but I guess I am. I can't tell if it's a feature or not, but it's definitely a flaw.
Also launched by this ship. This type of ship is now designated as Mothership. Taking down the Mothership will be our ultimate goal.
Anyways,
He's talking about that massive thing, right?
I think I had to restart it multiple times. I went to BIOS, and I had to wait several times until certain buttons could actually be used for some reason, because, well, I think the water might have shorted out the buttons for a sec before they eventually started working again, luckily.
Furthermore, we've identified
But
a total of
I do
10
plan on getting a new
motherships.
PC to replace
They are
this one.
scattered around the world
The downside
and
is
are
that,
continuously launching pylons.
well, it's
We
not
must
portable.
take down all 10 of them.
There are 10 of those?
So, I'm still going to be
think the
using
Air
this
Force is
one
capable of
for,
taking down 10
like,
of
at my
them.
apartment and all. But for streaming purposes and for some video editing purposes, I will be getting to use a new PC potentially next week. Depending on, like, how soon I can get a PC and its shipping. But aside from that, I'm kind of excited for that. I was thinking about getting a new laptop as well, but I decided against that, especially since budget says no. But aside from that, yeah, that's gonna be fun, especially with Armored Core 6 once that comes out. I know it probably won't come out like anytime soon, but like when it does come out, I'm gonna be having a lot of fun. Oh shit.
Did they just come from underground? Did the monsters dig an underground tunnel?
I have no idea how this shotgun produces no recoil. Oh yeah, okay, no, the wing divers are fine. I think. Okay, that doesn't sound too fine, but I'm sure they're fine. They're professionals, right? Yeah, they're fine. Oh wait, no, that's a civvy that's screaming. Yeah, civvy can shut up. Civvy will be fine.
A mothership has appeared in Europe. It silently hovers over a city.
It must be onto something.
We think this is a good opportunity.
Anyways,
We're planning an operation to attack the mothership.
I think I'm planning on getting like the monitors at Costco. I saw some for like
Air raid
$200.
has already failed. But if we approach the mothership from the ground, it is possible
If
to
I
do
can
some
get
damage.
my hands on like a dirt cheap monitor for like 50 to 100 bucks to act as like a work monitor, that would be great as well as a secondary monitor. I can definitely see that working. A decent setup. So yeah, that's the plan moving forward. Hopefully I can execute on it and get a new PC, because that would be very nice. Anyways, with that quick week recap out of the way, let's go to some other random stories. I remember lunch back. I still remember some of the lunches I've had back in middle school and high school. You know, the food was mid to absolute trash quality. Honestly, if you've ever gone to a school and the food wasn't like all microwave stuff, you're eating luxury. Like, you know how in movies you always see like the cafeterias, see
the
kids
mothership?
lining up, grabbing
Yeah,
stuff
and
in
it's number
trays and all
9.
that.
The
Like
ninth
scooping
one out of
stuff
10.
into trays, getting things like that.
AFVs, move out.
That is a
Infantry,
luxury,
move with the
honestly.
AFVs.
Oh, it's this mission. Anyways,
Ground units, attack the monsters. The Air Force will handle the mothership.
if you had kept, if your school lunch was like that, honestly, that is a luxury
Can fly?
that I don't think I've ever gotten for a while.
I say what we lack in technology, we make up in bravery. Don't shoot! Two flying saucers approaching! Take more to the right!
It scares the hell out of
Oh, there we go.
That gigantic thing is above my head.
Ant needs to get out of the way.
Destroy the monsters.
The Air Force must have failed, or else it wouldn't be our turn.
What the hell is the mothership
Anyways.
trying to do? Anyway, just take out the monsters. We'll fix you up later.
Oh, what was I saying? Where was I? Oh yeah.
More flying saucers.
Pretty much all the food I had during middle school and high school,
not fear.
save for a
Strike back.
couple days, were basically just microwave food. Just like frozen foods or stuff that was honestly wasn't even microwaved or heated up at all.
AFVs, move in.
Like for example, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You think, you can't really fuck that up,
Infantry,
right?
Stay close to the AFVs.
Right?
The cover fire will help us to move up.
Honestly, I absolutely hated some of it just because, like, occasionally, like, specifically with the PB&Js at my school, you don't just eat a PB&J. You have to essentially wait for it to thaw because that thing was in the freezer, basically.
I'm not talking about monsters. I'm talking about humanoid aliens.
Like, for some reason, I don't know why, they decided to stick some Smucker's PB&J Uncrustables into the freezer. And just remove them just before lunch, pretty much, so that your PB&J's peanut butter is basically like biting through a rock.
Extraterrestrial beings, similar
Like
to
it had the
humans.
texture of rock or really, really compact dirt.
That look like humans?
And then once it got into your mouth, it stuck to everything and became really gummy. Also, there's generally way too much peanut butter most of the time. So the peanut butter to jelly ratio was absolutely horrendous.
Use your own judgment to change to combat.
So I hated it.
Awesome drive. Output increases.
Take aim at the right.
But it was at least edible. Now, personally, I think part of the reason why I don't like savory beans is because of the refried beans. Well, just the way that some of the refried beans look at my high school.
It's alien
It's not appetizing at all. And like they also had occasionally corn as a side that you can grab in like these plastic containers. The corn was bland as hell, absolutely flavorless, and also just soaking in water. It was just corn kernel. I don't know how you screwed it up. I think they might have microwaved it. So not fun.
Yes, sir! Something is coming out! Something is descending from the flying ship! I can't believe it! They're aliens! Aliens are descending from the flying
human.
ship! So that is the enemy's landing ship. The aliens have weapons!
They're coming. We'll be killed if we don't fight back.
Alrighty.
Fire! Fire!
Honestly, I prefer fighting some of these guys compared to fighting the insects,
The alien
just
infantry
because
is here.
they can't really swarm you. You just need to aim properly.
Back up!
It's the alien infantry unit!
Though I don't on like Inferno, especially at the higher level missions, these things are a pain in the ass. Even due to their range. If you don't have a decent build to take these things out, they are so annoying.
Unbelievable.
Bug indeed.
They have mouths, too! They look like they're talking!
Oh shit, I forgot this thing had inertia.
Language just like humans.
So if I just move my mouse and then just stop, it will keep on going unless I try to
Permission to
counteract it.
Ground units, commence the attack on those aliens.
Ah shit, I can't hit anything.
Never killed anyone! I can't do this!
Come on, hold still. Okay, that one-shot it. You know, I don't think this is a good idea, at least not in close quarters.
We are engaging an alien infantry.
And honestly, I feel like it's a bit dangerous to fire this thing around infantry because they tend to get in the way.
One alien remaining!
Fall back! Fall back! Hold your ground! No way we're handing over this city!
But the fun part about killing these guys is honestly dismemberment.
All aliens on the ground have been exterminated. Good job.
Keep your guard up.
Anyways,
There are more
where
in
was
the
I?
air! Alien
I was talking about
landing
food,
ships!
wasn't I?
Enemy ships are landing!
Honestly, burgers are mid as hell at my school. Well, okay, at my high school, I should say. And probably my elementary school. I think my elementary school, I never really ate burgers. We mostly just had sliders. And probably the blandest hot dogs you can find.
It's a whole army!
There are way too many enemies. Retreat!
No! It's too late!
Like, the sliders for some reason were also the sliders for some reason were bland as hell. And also the buns were incredibly soggy, but also stale. I don't know how they did that by microwave. You know, like the inside, like the bottom of the buns or like the buns that were touching the meat and cheese, that stuff was just a paste. Whereas everywhere else was basically a rock for some reason. Ketchup did not really do much to save it, honestly. And honestly, I think at my elementary school, pretty much everything we ate was microwave. But the one thing, okay, there were like a couple things I did love, though. That was, I think, turkey and gravy. Which, turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. I was addicted to mashed potato, and I honestly still probably am. Like, if there's mashed potatoes on any sort of menu, I'm grabbing it. Because I don't know why, but I'm absolutely addicted to that stuff. So that was like one of my favorite things to eat when I was younger, at elementary school.
I'm surrounded by the aliens!
There was mac and cheese.
We're completely surrounded.
I believe for the mac and cheese...
We're doomed.
What was it? With the mac and cheese, they had,
Listen, everyone.
what was it?
I saw their faces.
For some reason, the cheese wasn't really gooey. It just stuck to the mac really well, and it had like this strange. I don't know how to describe it. It didn't taste like any sort of mac and cheese I've ever had, but for some reason, I was absolutely addicted to it. I loved it.
All aliens.
Honestly, I cannot see shit sometimes due to dealing with these guys at close range with a shotgun.
We all attack the same area together. Win. Die in this way.
Anyways, what was that? The mac and cheese, right? It didn't come with anything else, but I love that mac and cheese. Like for some reason, when they microwaved it, they had like this crust on like the paper container, like the laminated paper containers that it came in. I was addicted to that burnt ass crust. I do not know why. But, that stuff was absolutely delicious, and I think the last thing I was absolutely addicted to in elementary school were these sausage biscuits, like these sausage breakfast biscuits.
That could slow them down.
I don't know why I was so addicted to them,
Even so,
but I absolutely loved them.
There are some units remaining in the city. I want to know the situation. This is Scout. Aliens have started moving.
I think pretty much everything else was not good. Or like, just subpar at best. Like, as I said before, you have the burgers, sliders, and the hot dogs. Honestly, the hot dogs are like the same deal as the burgers. I just bathe them in ketchup and hope for the best. But even then, sometimes that did not save them.
good student. Attack their weapon-holding hand. Then they will be able to use weapons before a new
So, not tasty at all. And I think one of the things they had, the beef chalupa. If I remember correctly, the beef chalupa was basically this corn tortilla that they microwaved with some beef and some fake cheese on top. Now, why do I call it fake cheese? This stuff did not melt at all, and some bits of it were hard as hell. I do not know why the microwave cheese is hard, but it was hard, and it basically made your gums bleed if you bit it wrong. They were like tiny little daggers of cheese, just shredded cheese, mixed into your beef and tortilla
They walk on
meal.
2 feet, use weapons and tools with 2 hands, and can communicate in their language. Right now,
So of
many
course,
groups are
young
planning
me
to
did not like
negotiate with
that.
the aliens. If a negotiation
Okay.
could take place, we
Actually,
might
no,
be
they were
able to resolve
okay
the
just
conflict
because what I
peacefully.
did was the tortilla when microwave is absolutely terrible. I don't know why. Like that stuff is so bland. Like if you've ever had a good corn tortilla, you can honestly just eat that on its own and be perfectly fine. This stuff was so bland. Like you couldn't taste anything from it. So what I opted to do was I just scraped the meat off the tortilla with my teeth and just ate that for sustenance. The burritos honestly weren't really that good or filling either, so I never ate them. Oh, but there is one thing I also remember being absolutely addicted to, and this is probably like the best thing on the menu, aside from like the other things I mentioned, like the other 3 best things on the menu. Chili dogs. Chili cheese dogs. Specifically, I think because the school wasn't the one like making them, or they weren't like getting them from their normal supplier. For some reason, the chili cheese dogs at school were provided by Wiener Schnitzels. Now, originally, I didn't like chili cheese dogs, or thought I didn't like them, because I was a picky eater, and I didn't like the way they looked. You had like this brown stuff that looked like shit on top of a hot dog, which didn't look appetizing to little old me, until I tried it, after like a couple weeks of just evading it. Or I should say months, honestly, because I don't think I tried it for a while. But after trying it, I got addicted to it. That stuff was delicious.
Newbie.
I do not know why.
Impressive. Well done.
But, after that, every time they serve chili dogs, you have like, you have lunch ladies themselves that are cooking, then you also have some supervisors who are going around at each table making sure you're behaving and all at lunch, right? In elementary school. But now, occasionally, if you're, as a kid, if you didn't like what you were being served, you could put it at the center of the table so that the supervisors can salvage it and distribute it to other kids who actually you wanted more food or more drinks, aka milk, or just return it back to the cafeteria for the next section of lunch. Which is about as disgusting as you'd think it is, yes. So, what I did was I basically just went around tables or just asked the supervisors to see if there were any like chili dogs, like any spare ones. I'd eat like 2 or 3 of them every time they served chili dogs because of that. They were delicious. I do not regret it. But usually whenever lunch rolled around, I also drank a lot of milk. Mainly because most of it was chocolate. But then, there were also some unique types of milk that I've never really seen elsewhere. For example, I don't think I've ever seen... I think it was like vanilla or mint flavored milk, something like that. But it was like this sweet milk with like this slight minty aftertaste. That stuff was absolutely bomb. I've never seen it elsewhere. I don't think that stuff is even considered milk, but little old me considered it milk, you know, because, you know, it tastes delicious, so I use that as an excuse to drink milk. And it was, oh god, it was probably unhealthy as hell, but boy was it addicting. I wish I could find it, because it basically just tastes like a watery, very melted down vanilla milkshake with a minty aftertaste. Wouldn't recommend. I would definitely recommend.
Understand orders given by the aliens?
Also, another weird milk flavor that I've had was orange creamsicle. Now, personally, I love myself a good orange creamsicle. But orange creamsicle milk? Now somehow they made that thing taste exactly like a melted down orange creamsicle with a lot more cream, which I guess is to be expected, but you know, that stuff's like artificial as hell. But it was so good. Of course, you have your classic strawberry milk, but those two milks I could never find elsewhere, because I wonder why. But if I can find them again, oh boy. It was so good. It was like, for little me, that was like an extra sweet dessert, you know? Absolutely delicious. Honestly, I would buy like several gallons of that stuff. I'd drop like 20 bucks on several gallons of that stuff if I could find it again, just to relive nostalgia. Where's this last one?
The monsters are taking orders from the aliens.
But anyways,
Dreadful beast masters.
if there was anything similar to dessert, honestly, that would be ice cream day on Friday, back in elementary school. So how ice cream day worked was that you could pay $1 or get an ice cream pass if your meal plan allowed it. So whether you pay $1 or you get the ice cream pass, you go and get ice cream after like 15 minutes after lunch began, and just before recess, pretty much. Now, of course, sometimes they had selections of ice cream, sometimes they didn't. I think my go-to was, you know, like the Blue Bunny strawberry shortcake ice cream bar thing? I'd go for that every time they had that, because I don't know why. Even now, I love them.
I can't do it.
They were delicious.
They're carrying weapons.
If they didn't have those, ice cream sandwiches are the next go-to. Then, I think it was fudge bars afterward. But for me, I think my meal plan came with a free ice cream ticket. You could also get ice cream tickets I think some teachers offered them for star cards. Now, star cards are this form of pseudo-currency. The reason why I call it pseudo-currency is because some classes use it as a currency, some classes don't. But they are a pseudo-currency that, depending on your teacher, you can use and earn to trade in rewards. Because of this, some teachers gave out a lot more star cards than other teachers. Basically, you have to write up star cards by, you know, pulling out like a notepad, essentially, a specialized notepad, a specialized star card notepad. Then just write the reason for, well, write the name of the student that's receiving the star card. Write the reason why they're receiving the star card, and then just sign it off. Now, there are multiple ways of using a star card. With the school-wide way of using a star card is for a lottery to eat lunch with the principal. I don't think I've ever won. Actually, no, I scratched that. I've won once, but I don't remember if I ever attended it or not.
Doing as they please on someone
Or if it was so boring, I don't even remember. Honestly, it might be the latter.
They should be on a leash. Have they no manners?
Anyways, as I said before, some teachers also use it as their own currency inside their classroom. Because of this, depending on which class that you were assigned to, you had a significant advantage when it came to the lottery sometimes, depending on how much you're willing to invest. So, yeah, I think I've only been to a couple classes that actually has other benefits of using star cards. And luckily, those classes didn't care where you got the star cards from, so you can just have like a supervisor just write you a star card for some random ass reason, as long as it was justified. Like, don't beg for them, of course, but if they just write you a star card for some reason, oh shit.
This is a special news flash. The aliens dispatched infantry units to
that's
Europe,
free currency.
but the EDF was sent in to engage the enemy and secured a victory.
So, okay, I'm not the kind of person who went out there to actively seek out star cards, but I definitely knew some students who were. I think the first example of a class using star cards as a currency was probably, I think my 3rd grade class, where we basically used that in an auction at the end of the year. Like, depending on like class projects that we worked on, random things in the class as well. You can, the teacher held an auction for us to basically just, spend star cards on whatever we wanted, as long as it was up for auction and you outbid other kids. Now, because of that, there were definitely some shady ass deals happening in the background, and also, I don't think the teacher cared what name was on the star card. So I think there were some kids who were just trading each other random stuff just to get extra star cards for the auction. I think one way that the teacher made it work, like a different teacher made it worse, is that instead of using star cards, they used like their own custom currency. That stuff definitely got stolen from desks if you weren't looking, or if you didn't know where to store it properly. Like, holy shit, it was competitive as hell just to get a couple scraps of paper for a different scrap of paper that was being held up for auction, aka some random kid's art project. Honestly, the art wasn't that good either. But, god. Usually, if any class had like in-class currency, it was like fake money or just tickets. Occasionally, you have the star card method, But holy shit, was the star card method not really good.
Monsters!
Mainly because it limited the amount of currency that a kid can get. Because, you know, teachers will be a lot more wary about handing out star cards if they know that you use star cards as a currency for some reason.
Why send us a newbie out of all people?
But also, you have to also choose between spending star cards on like little trinkets at the class shop, or if you just want to go for the option. Aside from that, star cards didn't really have much of a use, other than I guess the Medal of Honor. Which, you know, I didn't really care for. I just used them as currency. Specifically, I think my 6th grade teacher had a specialized star card shop. The issue is I could only earn so many star cards because earning star cards was hard as hell sometimes. But I mostly used all my star cards to get past some of the cursive packets that he made us do. By the way, I absolutely hate writing in cursive. Oh, okay, I don't really hate it, but I absolutely hate the cursive packets that we were assigned to do. I do not understand how people like writing in cursive after having to do cursive packets. If you ever did a cursive packet, you'll know what I mean. Cursive is never going to be useful in your life. Your handwriting will probably be affected by it, sure. But are you ever gonna like fully commit to using it? Very likely no, unless you're that weirdo kid.
What is this cave?
But anyways,
Could it be the monster's nest?
fuck cursive packets. Oh, that's a headshot.
Unbelievable. There are aliens underground.
Oh, you're not dead. Anyways, I basically use a 25 that I got every quarter to skip out on the cursive packet. Well, not cursive packet, but skip out on one page of the cursive packet. This is a daily cursive packet, by the way.
This mission is very dangerous. But if we don't,
It was definitely a ripoff now that I think about it. I definitely could have spent it way better, but I didn't. So,
underground now.
Move in. Let's go.
I definitely really could have spent that currency way better.
They should be somewhere nearby. Meet up with them as soon as you can.
Assault team spotted.
Anyway, where was I?
I've been looking for you. I thought you ran away. I'm not scared. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
Want to keep moving? You are brave. Direct
Honestly, now that I think about it, it's really difficult to earn star cards, and honestly, as a currency, they were absolutely unviable. Would never recommend using them as a currency. 2 out of 10. I feel like tickets or custom currency, like custom classroom currency, is a much better option if you're ever gonna do that kind of stuff. But even then, those usually incentivize other means of getting money, some of which are definitely some of which are, well, unlegislated by classroom currency system that most definitely would be controlled in a capitalist economy normally.
A new extraterrestrial species has been confirmed. It is a larger species compared to species Alpha and species
Some kids
Beta.
definitely got way too
It's
aggressive with trying to go for
approximately 70 meters
currency.
long. And
But
it's
you
the
know,
largest alien
if you're a
creature
kid and
I've
you're like
ever
offered
seen
some
so
little
far.
trinket because you're so bored, you'll do basically anything. Like honestly, kids are basically free labor if you know how to manipulate them right.
So we will call it Urginus from now on. Strategy talks are underway as we speak.
Also, another pro tip: never let your kids, under any circumstance, grade any classwork.
Is the enemy.
Under any circumstance, never let them grade, especially their own classwork, under any circumstance. I should say, because that happened quite a lot for some reason. Especially, alright, it wasn't even limited to one teacher. I know of several teachers who did this.
What the heck are the aliens doing?
One way, alright, my 6th grade teacher kinda got around this by using alumni instead as graders. Whenever they visit him.
It'll be too late if they reproduce underground.
They were just free labor.
And
And honestly, that is a much better system.
Well done, guys. The last one, right?
Anyways. Honestly, I feel like the idea of like classroom presidency and all that is kind of really stupid.
This is Fencer. I just sent the
Because
location to
at that point, it just kind of creates classism inside the classroom.
The follow-on forces are headed to your location. Move out after rendezvous. Are there other teams here besides us?
Never expected you could make it this far. Impressive.
Okay.
Anyways, where was I?
Get moving. Do not fire the
Keep going! Monsters! Aliens are here too! Kill all monsters!
Where was I? I was talking about classroom politics, wasn't I? No, let's go into more detail about that. Classroom politics and punishment. I feel like name on the board is absolutely stupid as hell. And honestly, the only reason why it works is because you're a little kid. It works purely on the basis of shame. And it only serves as a warning. Most of the time it is inconsequential.
There's an army of monsters. Okay?
I may or may not have used those guys as bait, but whatever.
Monsters keep coming out from inside the cave!
Holy shit.
There are just too many of them! There must be a monster nation further ahead! They're not letting us in! It's no use! Permission to retreat!
Okay, those guys are screwed. All I see are dots on the minimap. Holy shit. Any survivors left outside? Honestly, probably not. Okay, these guys are definitely screwed. Oh god. So am I if my gun doesn't shoot. Did I miss any drops? I don't care if these guys die, I just need the drops. Definitely missed a lot of drops, actually, now that I think about it. And judging from the minimap, a bit late to go back to get some. Oh well.
I didn't expect so many enemies inside. Were all those monsters born inside the cave? What on earth is up ahead?
Ready to engage.
Holy shit, there's a lot.
Switch to reckless mode.
Almost in range.
I got that.
That did not miss.
Damn, it's too dangerous to move on. I hate to say
You
this,
think?
but we should retreat.
Anyways, where was I? Shit, I'm already forgetting everything. Oh yeah, classroom politics and punishment. I feel like they were definitely really stupid. Like, the entire premise of it was just honestly shame most of the time. Just so that, like, the kid doesn't go to detention. Otherwise, well, you'd have a lot more kids in detention, and honestly, a lot of them do deserve to go to detention. Cause, well... Now, kids are kids, I guess. Anyways, I think this might be the last mission before I wrap it up. But this should end on a bang, I think. Looking back on it, honestly, the one teacher that did actually impact me most from elementary school was my 6th grade teacher. Which is how he got so many alumni to do all the grading for him, honestly.
In this area.
He was a really good teacher, in my opinion.
Newbie, do your best. The monsters are nothing to be afraid of. Yes, sir! EDF! EDF!
Oh, I should have brought my minigun now that I think about it.
We are professional monster exterminators. But don't let your guard down. You'll be dead if you get hit by the acid.
The attack on the mysterious monster Urginus has failed. Urginus is on the run. This area is on top of the escape route.
What did you say? This is K6! Operation Freedom! Target escaped! I repeat!
Looking back
Operation
on all my
Freedom!
work I
Target
did
is
as
en
an
route!
elementary school, none of it was worth it. I hated every second of it, now that I think about it. Well, I would hate every second of it, but you know, I was a child back then. I had nothing else to do, so I absolutely loved some of it. Even if there was like little to no reward. Like,
Urginus will indeed pass
honestly, I
through this
wish I
area.
could distract myself with sand like I did before when I was younger.
It's too big! It's unlike any other monster!
Oh, shit.
It's deceptively quick for
This
its
thing
size.
cannot dash.
Attack!
The amount of blood that this thing sprays out is
Citizens are in
insane.
danger. You have to stall the enemy
Oh,
before
shit.
the tanks arrive. The tanks will arrive momentarily. Hang on.
Yeah, I should probably just be relying on my more consistent weapons.
This is Bull Leader. Enemy confirmed.
Oh,
Understood. Commence attack. Support the infantry and protect the tanks.
Looks like
come
the
on,
fight
hold still.
violent.
With a target like this, it's very hard for me to miss. I was gonna say I couldn't miss, but you know, I just suck.
Ready to fire? Aren't you?
Well then.
The tanks just arrived. Infantry, fall back behind the tanks.
I think those tanks are fucked.
Can't stop shaking? You're wrong!
Oh, at least they seem to be doing something, I think. Oh! Holy shit. Shit, the amount of blood splatter on the building is also insane. I forgot about that.
How could this creature sustain direct attacks from cannons? Is it invincible?
Maybe. Oh, just means that you gotta use more cannons.
I can't die. Enemy spotted.
We can't cause damage to it with ground units. Retreat!
Oh, it's treated.
Swat the culprit. We are almost in the enemy range. Yes, sir. Coming this way.
I refuse to retreat.
We are supermen when we're empowered.
Who do you think I am? Where are they? Ah, shit. I don't know.
Exterminated. Neutralized.
Oh well. We'll be hunting Godzilla some other time, you know? But, anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. It has been fun revisiting the game after a while. I'll definitely finish the game on stream, at least on this difficulty. Some other time, like probably throughout several streams. Next week, who knows what I'm gonna play. Honestly, actually, next week I might do browse another website, or just continue browsing IKEA. As long as I don't forget to unmute myself. But anyways, aside from that, thank y'all for coming. I'ma just wrap it up here, and yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.